Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we are going to be playing as Rehgar. He is, I feel like I say this a lot, but he really is one of my all-time favorite characters in this game. I do actually prefer a lot of the supports, believe it or not. I just don't play them on a regular basis. I am going to be doing the Long Arm of the Church build, which is basically a build I named after our Rehgar mythology. Essentially, the long arm of the church can be any skin, but if you play with this skin in particular, you have to play as the pacifist healing only build, which I'm obviously not doing. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you need to watch more TGN Squadron, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, let's go.
I will fight to my last breath.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Cursed Hollow. Looks like someone on the enemy team is having some trouble. Why does he have a green name? That's weird. Oh well, someone on the enemy team having some trouble connecting. Hopefully they can get through just fine. The friendly team, Nova, Arthas, Nazebo, Vala, and Rehgar. All praise Rehgar. The enemy team, Nova, Azmodan, Tyrande, Rehgar again, and Illidan. So it's the duel of the Rehgars. Who do you think shall win? I have a pretty good idea. Looks like Vala will be joining me down here, I hope. We are going to be picking up the Healing Totem at level 1. I cannot stress how good the Healing Totem is. With proper placement, it is amazing for your mana pool. It can heal up your whole team at one time, but if you put it in the wrong spot, well, your team can just move out of it, or the enemy team can just auto-attack at one time. I believe it's just one time now, and it will be gone. Are they going to jump in on this? Jump in. Oh, are we doing the spin? I'll do the spin. The spin of friendship. Look. Look! I wanted this to be a thing. And now it's a thing, but I haven't released a video about the thing yet. So I guess he's just a friendly Rehgar. Look at him! Oh! Okay, now chaos can ensue, and we will go aggressive versus the enemy team. Illidan jumping in real deep. We're going to slow him with our Earthbind Totem. And our Vala's not going to do any damage because he popped evasion. But my abilities are Chain Heal on my Q. This is a heal that'll bounce between multiple targets. My W ability is Lightning Shield. This puts a lightning, basically aura, around me that will be dealing damage to anyone who gets in range. And then my E ability is the Earthbind Totem. I'm going to call it the Slow Totem because that's basically what it does, and it's a lot easier to say than Earthbind. Rehgar does not have a traditional mount. Instead, he turns into this wolf, and when he's in that wolf form, his next auto attack will deal some increased damage. Go ahead, give Vala the chain heal there, and we're going to try to... Essentially, Rehgar can do some really, really good body block plays just because he's so damn fast. But against Illidan, that's going to be difficult to do. So you're not going to see too much body blocking down here. Although in the early game, it's certainly something that I strive to do a lot. Illidan now re-engaging will give Vala the lightning shield. And again, I'm going to position myself in a body blocking fashion, but you can see he's just going to move right through me. And there's nothing I can do about it. We are going to build kind of supporty at the beginning of the game, and then throughout the late game we are going to build more for damage. Like I said, this is called the Long Arm of the Church. It carries out all of the deeds that the Church needs done. It will deal the damage where the Church needs it dealt. Our Vala chasing Rehgar deep under that tower, or at least dealing damage as Rehgar goes deep under the tower. But I don't think we're really going to get a kill in this lane. I'm going to back it on up, get the sippy cup. Rehgar does have some mana problems if you spam too much. You want to be getting a lot of your offensive power out of your Z ability and not so much out of your lightning shield. The tribute is spawning in the top lane, so we're going to make our way up there. At level 4, I did pick up Farsight. This is basically clairvoyance, so I can scout for my team. I can show them where everything is. For instance, this is the real Nova right here, and we have full vision of her as she runs by my whole team, which is a little unfortunate. We should have probably gotten that kill. You got to be able to quickly turn on weak targets, but our Arthas is retreating. Don't worry, I have the Healing Totem. We'll put it down right here. This is in an area where it can heal my whole team, and it's pretty safe from enemy auto attacks. This is the real Nova. Instead of attacking her, you can see I was actually going to position behind her to get some aggressive body blocks, trying to do the same thing here against the enemy Rehgar, but we are just going to basically completely burst down the enemy team. I'm going to fall back and gather the tribute. There's no reason for my team to be doing the same thing, although I guess it worked out in this one instance because Tyrande shot her skill shot to kill me instead of going after the Lich King. Still getting some artifacting. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to turn SLI off. I'm real sorry. I'm not used to having this problem. And I know it's been like 20 videos now, but that's just because I'm recording so much at one time. If you haven't caught on yet, I'm traveling through the different classes of Heroes of the Storm. First we did the tanks. This is going to finish off the supports. And then I think we're going to go through the specialists next. Just because I play assassins on a pretty regular basis. Alright, we need to come in here. We're going to be picking up... Oh, wow, the enemy Nova getting bursted down as the friendly Nova comes into the lane. We picked up battle momentum at this level. This is going to allow our auto attacks to lower our cooldowns by 0.5 seconds every time we auto attack. This means I can heal more often, but more importantly, it means that my heroic abilities are going to have a significantly less cooldown, which is really what we're after. I feel like it's getting worse, the artifacting. Maybe it's just because I notice it more, I don't really know. We're just going to sit here and get in the way of Azmodan. If he wanted to retreat there, he would have had to move around me. And once again, because of the Ghost Wolf, I can position really, really quickly. Much faster than the majority of other characters in this game. A lot of people can understand the fundamentals of, you know, casting Rehgar's abilities, but to really take your Rehgar play to the next level, you have to understand body blocking mechanics as well. I'm the Wizard, Harry! Look at me! I was hit with the Hogwarts Owl of the enemy Tyrande, but we're going to zone them out just fine, and I'm going to walk in here and grab this tribute. The friendly team looking like they're really far ahead. I don't know why this Arthas keeps coming in to help me get these, but I guess it would have worked out there as well, actually. So maybe I should stop saying that. I should be happy to get any help that I can get, right? Rehgar can actually clear lanes really, really easy, especially with battle momentum by using his lightning shield thing. As you see there, I was able to take that down, no problem. We did have a little help from Zebo. But because you're auto-attacking as well as dealing damage with that lightning shield, you're actually able to essentially have a 100% uptime on that ability if you choose to do so. Trying to body block here, not doing too well. These towers are mostly out of ammunition. I'm not too worried about the damage that they can deal. The enemy team getting the top bruiser camp, so it's going to be pushing down the middle lane. We shouldn't be too worried about that. That's basically their attempt to diverge our attention elsewhere for when the next tribute spawns. Hopefully Nazebo can take care of that real quick, but he is getting ganked by Illidan. He is going to be using his ultimate to deal tons of damage to the enemy Rehgar and take him down. But the enemy team did swarm him. We're going to be going with the Ancestral healing, which is the gift from our Lord Rehgar. All praise be unto him. We will... Okay, I feel like some people are going to like get offended by this and take this way too seriously. Guys, it's a joke, but it's not really a joke at all, okay? Like, Rehgar's serious, okay? Let's go and try to help out here. Azmodan is going to block the triple tap, but now we can body block Azmodan in place. You can see just how strong this can be, and now hopefully Nova helps me pick him off. The enemy Tyrande is sticking around a little bit too far. I'm going to pursue her down. We can body block her in here. Oh, did we just get juked real bad? No, we sure didn't. We are going to take her down. The enemy team is getting this tribute right now. I'm not too worried about that. It's their first tribute of the game. We picked up 2 kills, which is a massive XP advantage. So them getting a tribute really isn't that big of a deal. We should not have our morale wavered by that. Let's go in here and try to heal up our tank. That's not going to work. Maybe we can get another ultimate here from Nazebo. Regardless, I'm going to have to use the Ancestral healing on myself. Illidan going into that Metamorphosis is going to dodge some damage there. I'm going to put down the healing totem on the ground. This is going to allow me to absorb a lot more damage. But it looks like we are going to be chased down here, just barely dodging that snipe. And now I'm out of range of the vision of Illidan, so we should be totally fine. I'm going to recall right here. The enemy team actually did a really good job there, trying to recapture some ground. They are going to be 1.5 levels behind us now instead of 2 full levels. The tribute now spawning again in the bottom lane. We are going to make our way over there. Run, little Rehgar, run! If you go ahead and look at the stats, there are the stats. I don't know why. I think that's really funny when I do that. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We do interrupt the enemy Rehgar as he is trying to get the tribute from us. We're going to position so the enemy Azmodan cannot get away. Slow down Tyrande with our totem and get in her way as well. I'm going to drop the healing totem here because I feel like I'm going to be fighting here for a while. Actually, I'm not. We see this is the real Nova right here. We should punish her for her misdeeds against our team. Fuck it. Let's go for the tribute. I am going to have to zone her as Arthas picks that up, though. She is right here. Hey, how you doing, pretty mama? Let me whisper in your ear. That is going to zone her out completely. We are going to be taking up Feral Lunge. This is why it's called the long arm of the church. It's because this is what we use to strike down the heathens that will oppose our Lord and Savior Rehgar. I can see how that could be offensive to some people. Seriously, don't take it too serious. We are just going to be using our Z ability as often as possible to jump in and deal as much damage as possible. We are going to need to back up from the Illidan here because he can pretty much duel anyone in the game right now, including Rehgar. We can get the Sippy Cup and re-engage, but it's probably more important for us to be with our team right now. Although if Nova thinks she can pick up a kill here, Nova missing her snipe from point-blank range, that's going to be enough to encourage me to go help the rest of the team. Let's go ahead and give them some Farsight. We can actually grant vision while in our mount form. That's important to note. The friendly Arthas looking like he picked up the Syndragosa ultimate, which is going to stop all of these structures from firing if he aimed it properly, and it looks like he did. Not that they would be... Oh, coming. Not that they would be firing anyway because we were under a curse, so bit of a misuse of his ultimate there. We are going to die as the Ancestral healing did not quite get off in time. And so for instance, if you want to learn from the mistakes of our Arthas player here, he used his Syndragosa during a curse, which basically they both have the same effect on the tower, and because of that, we could not disengage with his Syndragosa. We do need to warn Nazebo that danger is coming. He's starting to back up. We were wiped there. My ultimate was a little late. I should have started it earlier. I'm a little rusty on Rehgar. I have not been playing him as much as I usually do. I do think he's going to be my next Master Skin, actually. I've said that about a few characters, but I really would like to finish up Rehgar. I just really enjoy the way he deals damage. I do tend to gravitate towards the melee assassins and the warriors in this game, and he plays a lot like a melee assassin, actually, just with some heals thrown in for good measure. Some ridiculous heals thrown in for good measure. Let's go ahead and get this camp. The enemy team actually grabbed our boss just below us here. So they juked us out. We all thought they were going top to kill Nazebo, where in fact they were actually going down to the bottom lane to get this guy. Which means if we go ahead and use our Farsight, they're likely over here getting that one. Hey, what do you know? I was right. If our Nova picked up the Precision Strike, she could potentially ult these guys right now and kill the two of them. But because we don't have that talent, we are going to need to readjust to the middle lane. Or excuse me, to the top lane to try to take down that golem before the next tribute happens, which is actually going to be really soon. So the enemy team did a really good job on their timing of going after these bosses. We need to go up here. Nazebo needs to fall back. Do not be by yourself. We need you with the team, sir. We need you with the team. We are going to get the Earth Grasp totem. Increases the range and the initial slow of our Earth Grasp by a very substantial amount. Going to go ahead and use the Farsight ability just so we can see what the enemy team is doing. Going to do an Ancestral heal on myself a little bit early, but better safe than sorry. And you can just see the body blocks there on Azmodan are going to completely cripple his ability to escape. Even though he was dealing damage to me on the way out, we basically stopped him from moving. The tribute is spawning. 2 members of the enemy team are dead, and I'm going to be on my way. We do not have the Ancestral healing, but you can just see how much battle momentum has helped in returning that cooldown already. Let's do a Farsight over here. We do see Illidan, and we see Tyrande down here in the bush. It looks like our Nova wants to go for Illidan first. I don't necessarily agree with that mentality just because he's so damn hard to kill right now. Going to help our Vala out with this Rehgar kill. We're going to hit him with the slowing totem, which is going to stop him in his tracks. That used to be a root ability. Now it's just a 90% slow, so it might as well still be a root ability. I don't know why they changed that, and the friendly team does pick up that. Oh, I got you. The Ancestral healing coming out. I can block 1 or 2 of those projectiles, and now I'm going to be forced out of here. Maybe I can live. Maybe I go dodge the dunk. I couldn't dodge the dunk in time. Nice job, Azmodan. Looks like our team once again overextended and trying to fight. And once again, Nazebo is nowhere to be seen. Zebo, we really need you with the team, buddy. And now he's just skirting around here not doing anything because can you really engage in this? No, not really. Tyranda's going to interrupt you if you use Eventual Spirit, and Nova's just going to burst you down if you try to do anything else. Here comes the interrupt from Tyrande. Not paying attention. Tyrande, Whisperwind, what are you doing? You're letting your teammates die. Okay, well, I kind of anticipated the enemy team being a little bit better, but you can see he is going to die to Azmodan there and get 1v3. Probably isn't the best idea either. Smiley face. We want to let him know we're not mad at him. We're just giving them some friendly advice. That's what the smiley face signifies. Let's go ahead and try to help the friendly team take this. Remember, 2 members of the enemy team are dead, so we're going to be able to get this tribute no problem. The golem is going to be up in 1:40. Tyrande looking like she's firing some owls, so I'm just going to... Well, that wasn't really good. I should have stood here to try to intercept some owls coming from her. We can't really get any mercenary camps, so I think the best thing to do is push. Let's get bot real fast. Because bot is already relatively pushed, we could stay here and do some damage. Looks like Arthas disregarding the direction of Rehgar. Oh, that's frustrating. Instead going for a mercenary camp, which I guess is fine. I guess that's fine. We do not have vision on anyone. Looks like the enemy team over here. Let's try to see what they're doing. They may be trying to come in from behind us here. Oh, thank you. That was supposed to be a heart, I swear. Let's go ahead, burst this down. Yeah, we need to back up after this. We just wanted to get that fort so we could stay competitive on XP. Here we go, Illidan initiating. We need to back up from the enemy team here. I am going to slow those two. The triple tap coming out is going to be enough to take down our Vala. And yeah, we overstayed our welcome just a little bit. I should be fine, though. I was going to drop the healing totem, but I don't even think that's necessary. The tribute is spawning in the top lane, and 4 members of the enemy team are down here. So what I'm going to do is just bait them into thinking that they should be down here, although they don't seem to be taking that bait. They are moving up to the top of the map really quickly, though. It does not matter because we pick up our second curse of the game. We're going to be slowing Illidan here, hitting him with all of the damage that we can muster, getting into the feral charge stance, and ending his evil reign. The demon has fallen today, ladies and gentlemen. Dodge the owl. We're not ready to be a wizard yet. Let us go ahead and push our advantage with this curse. Oh, here's Vala. Or excuse me, Nova. Ancestral healing on myself. We're going to be just fine. Let's put the healing totem down as well. Usually when you get a good ancestral healing off, the enemy team is just like, fuck it. Why are we chasing this guy? I don't understand. Which is the exact opposite reaction you should have. Like, when I see a Rehgar use ancestral healing, oh, he just burned his biggest and best cooldown. Let's kill him. Usually that's what goes through my mind. I'm going to tank this for absolutely no reason. Go back in with the feral lunge. 600 damage on those auto attacks, and we can do that every 4 seconds. That's such a high amount of not only mobility, but also damage output for a support. Rehgar, one of the few characters that can do that really well. I'm going to go ahead and give vision to my team to see if the enemy team is taking over that golem. We need to head up here. We do not have Nova. Or, excuse me, Vala. Oh, my God. We need Vala. Dude, I get those two characters mixed up all the time, and when they're on the same team in the same game, it only gets worse. I apologize. Vala should be heading up here now. It looks like she is, so we can go ahead and start this. I can grant vision again here shortly. I'm trying not to use too much mana while we're in here. Fuck me. But we do need to keep... Okay, what's going on over here? Who's here? It's Tyrande, Azmodan, and Illidan. We need to be very much aware of that. We need to make sure we don't get caught in any stuns. The enemy team actually doing pretty smart things and scouting with... Why would we run? We have numbers advantage. We totally have numbers advantage. We just need to be a little careful. We need to keep our Arthas alive. All right, engaging on the enemy team now. We are going to stop Illidan in his tracks. Go in with the feral charge, the feral lunge. The Nazeeba ultimate is cleaning up house as well. And now we need to go back in and make sure we can keep our Arthas alive. I got rooted. Don't worry, Arthas. I got you, buddy. And that's why you don't run when you have numbers advantage, Vala. Life lessons. All right. At this level range, my opinion on the talent is Rewind's a piece of shit. Because a lot of your damage is coming from your mount. So you don't have to worry about Rewind. I mean, your chain heal isn't that good. You don't really get that much damage out of your W. Your E ability is nice, but not nice enough to have a rewind for. So that pretty much means you either get Storm Shield, which is a great talent, by the way, or Farseer's Blessing. Excuse me. They all pretty much fill the same role as far as I'm concerned, but Farseer's Blessing is usually the one I go for. I suppose with the other one, that would be 2 different cooldowns. Maybe that's better. Maybe Storm Shield's a little bit better at that level because it's 2 separate cooldowns that you can use to save your team rather than just the single cooldown from your ancestral healing. So that's something to be noted. Maybe I just changed my opinion on that. Looks like we have caught the enemy heathen, the enemy Rehgar, the imitator. right in front of his core. We are going to hit him with the Feral Lunge, and he is going to die. Now Illidan trying to lay waste to the friendly team. We shall not allow that. The zombie walls only hinder me momentarily. Actually, Tyrande missing that stun. I'm actually pretty surprised. We can go it now with the healing ward. This is going to be enough to sustain our team, and that's going to be a good game. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. That's the long arm of the church build, one of my favorites in the entire game. It is good at everything. It takes Rehgar to the next level in every aspect of being Rehgar. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Okay, bye.